Why did I do it? Why wouldn't I? Is that the answer? Is that?
You must leave now, take what you need, you think will last.
So much of Bob in my music, and I just want to do Bob in my voice. But again, you kind of have to do. I don't want to impersonate Bob, say, but there is some lines that you have to sing like him to make the songs work, I feel, you know. But I mean, I just have a lot of the same attitudes I think that Bob Dylan has about the music business, about the way shows are, and he's just no nonsense. It's just if the song isn't good enough, then you're not going to dig the show, you know.
The highway is for gamblers, better use your sand.
But he, that said, he helped me find my own voice, you know, because he's a singer that not a lot of people think he's a great singer. He's not Mariah Carey, for instance. But I loved that because I couldn't sing well. I didn't have it naturally when I was young. I could play guitar when I was young naturally, but I couldn't sing. I had to work at that. And Bob made me feel like anybody can sing.
Your masters of war, you that build the big guns, you that build the death planes, you that build all the bombs.
Bob is everything to me. He's arguably the greatest songwriter that ever lived, I think. There are others, you know, Paul Simon and Joni Mitchell, Paul McCartney. But Bob, I mean, you just can't beat the lyrics. I mean, and so prolific. He's still writing. He's still making albums. There's about 40-odd albums or so since 1962. And every time you hear him, he just cuts you in half. His voice gets more raggedy and raggedy as the years go on, and it just makes it better. So yeah, I just love him.
And you turn and run further when the fast bullets fly, like a Judas of old. You lie and deceive. A world war can be won.
It happened this year, at the end of the school year. I played a show at Bishop Field Elementary School, and we played old 50s rock and roll for these kids in grade 1 to grade 6, and they just went bananas for a full hour, just dancing, all dancing in their own way, and it just showed the power of music. It could have been any band or any kind of music, I think, but because the kids are so open and rhythm is a part of being human, they just started moving and screaming, and they were throwing the devil horns, and they were just so excited. They made us feel like we were the Beatles. It just blew our minds. And this was lunch hour, you know. So I think that's been the most memorable thing. It's just there's nothing like playing for the young people and hoping that if they have interest in music, that you can influence them to go for it.
Then take me for a trip upon your magic swirling ship. All my senses have been stripped. My hand can't feel to grip. My toes too numb to step. Waiting only for my boot heels to be wandering. I'm ready to go anywhere.
Oh, yes, I've spent, if we want to get into that, I mean, I've spent 25 years in the pubs and everything else, too, in stadiums and playing for thousands of people, opening up for big groups with the Novaks, my band, the Novaks, and things like that. But yes, it's a lot of, to keep it moving, it's a lot of routine stuff, and it can get difficult. So yes, it's to get on a beautiful stage with a respectful audience. You know, people who the people you want in the seats are the people who have come to see the show, and that's it. They have no other, you know. It's not because there's the bars, there's a bar on the side, or there's the hockey game is on in the corner or something. You know, you go to an ASC, you go to see arts and culture. So that's what I'm looking forward to, is just being able to sing and hear myself sing and play for the people who really want to hear it.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy, and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come by.
Yeah, the first Bob Dylan song I remember hearing is Rainy Day Women. And because it was on a cassette tape that was lying on the floor in my house, in my family house, you know, I don't know, I can't remember, it must have been my dad's tape or something. But there seemed to be a lot of cassette tapes lying on the floor back in those days, I don't know. And you just sort of you'd go into your brother's room or something, and the stereo's there, and everything is always scattered all over the floor. And you pick one up and you put it on, and hey, what's this? And boom, and blows your mind, you know. But so I was aware of Bob when I was really young, and I think then I heard like a Rolling Stone and a few others, but mostly the folk era stuff. But then later discovering The Last Waltz, the documentary about the band's last performance. That's when I really went crazy and went out and got my hair cut like Bob and started dressing like Bob and singing like Bob too much, until years later I had to sort of get rid of that and find my own voice, you know. So there's still some Bob in there, but I do feel like I have my own voice now.